Hello, friends. Welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be designing an hourly grid weekly layout for my birthday week, so come plan with me. And I've got some markers and pens here ready to go, along with some various washi tapes, this set of Happy Planner sticker books, and this Planning Things sticker book, which I'll pull from. Alrighty, let's lay down some wax paper and get started on this design. I did do a little pre-planning to try to figure out how I was going to make a birthday spread with basically 0 birthday stickers, and came up with this plan to pull some older balloon stickers from this really cute Color Story sticker book that I had left over from previous birthday spreads. And then I thought I would mix those with a couple of these cute wrong quotes that I found in her seasonal sticker book from the Happy Planner. I also have these florals here from the Plenty Thing that I'm going to use to kind of complete the decor and just bring some extra color in. But the main thing I'm going to do is bring in those washi tapes as birthday candles. I have done this in the past, a number of years ago now, but I really love that technique of using washi tape to create candles. I think it's a really cute idea, so I thought I would bring that back for this week's spread. Also, I was thinking about keeping things fairly low profile since this is a very functional spread for me, and I didn't want to take up too much room, so I'm thinking the candles will be easy to customize and make them as tall as I can handle and not have that encroach upon too much functional space. So right now I'm pulling in more of the florals. I had only pulled in a handful just to get an idea of where I was going to go with the theme. And now I'm back into that favorite floral sticker book, and I'm able to pull in kind of a rainbow gradient of florals going across the top. Originally, I was going to pull in more of the leaves, but I did try a little section there with one of the leaf stickers, and it just felt like it was adding too much clutter to the spread. You know, sometimes a little bit too much detail can look cluttered versus looking good. And so that's what I was feeling when I tried it out and decided to stick with just the more solid look of the florals going across the spread. The only downside of that was that there was really no green florals to bring in because I was planning on bringing in green through the leaves. So I did kind of have to fudge that a little bit, but I think it still works because of the spacing that I did there at the top. Instead of doing it all across the top in a rainbow fashion, you can kind of fill in the blanks, if you will, with where the colors would be, even though I don't have florals for those. And I'm pulling in the washi tape candles now. I went through a bunch of different washi tapes in my stash, trying to find just the right colors to get the look I was going for. And I was able to find skinnier washi for everything but this orange tone. So what I decided to do is just take one of my wide washis and cut it down in order to fill in that gap. So I am doing a slight rainbow, as you can see, with those candles as well. Not quite the traditional rainbow. I'm really pulling colors mainly from the balloons and then also just kind of completing the rainbow between those colors. So I didn't want to pull in anything that was totally different, too bright or maybe too muted, that didn't go with this more softer rainbow color scheme I've got going on here. So that's what I ended up doing. I only did a sampling, so I've moved those over and I'm now going to create one more set to put on the bottom left-hand side. So it has that repetition and kind of mirrors what you're seeing there on the bottom right. It's a real easy way to create these. I'm basically just squaring off the tops, and then I'm leaving the bottoms loose because I'm going to trim them all at once. But just having it be a fairly skinny washi and making them be on certain angles kind of helps too. I don't know why, but that really just kind of sells the idea that they are candles versus if you just did them all straight in one line. I guess because when you put them on a cake that they're normally not that straight. So that kind of works. I don't know. I don't know why it works, but it works. So I'm doing that. I'm also overlapping a little bit some of the candles too, but I'm tending to go more for the darker colors on top. That just tended to work a little better when I was overlapping, because then you really lose a little bit of that transparency. It looks good, but it definitely steers away a bit from the candle look. Okay, so I think I've got them all moved over now, and I just have this one sticker that says date night that I wanted to find a home for. I originally was going to put it right on the time frame that we were planning on our date night, but I don't think it's going to work. So we'll see if I can work that in after I move the rest of these stickers over. So I've started with the top left, moved over those florals and the quote. And now I'm going to drop in these other floral clusters here at the top. I did make a little bit of an adjustment to make sure that that Monday was still very functional for me there at the top. That's where I normally put my to-dos, so I didn't want to have too many stickers kind of hanging out in that area and blocking where I was going to put those functional items. Now I am moving over these washi tape candles. Sorry, that's a little bit off screen, but basically I'm just going to roll them off since I have them pretty much how I want them on the wax paper. Makes the transition a little bit easier. So I'm just moving those over now and just getting the placement exactly where, again, I want them. Since Monday is my actual birthday, I thought taking up a little bit of extra room there at the bottom wouldn't be a big deal because I hopefully won't have to be working all that much on Monday. And we will see. And I just separate out the pages and I'm going to trim off the excess here. I'm going to save those trimmings. I don't know if I'll need them here for this spread, but I'll put them away and save them for another spread if need be. If they're big enough. If they're too small, I usually just throw them away. And I'll go ahead and trim off the rest of the florals here on the other side. Again, just kind of saving any usable scraps. I'm also trimming off these balloons, but I did want to actually use one more of the balloons I trimmed off because I think it needs a little bit more purple on this side anyway, and I didn't want to have those balloons go to waste because that was basically all I had left of those stickers. So I'm going to try to use up all that I can with those here on the spread. And as you can see, I'm just moving over those pieces if I can use them here on this spread. I'm going to go ahead and clean out the holes as well, get those into my planner when we're done here. And just using a little pen cutter. It's called a precision cutter. Use that all the time. And now I'm going to add the final touch to these candles, which is the wick. Just using a fine liner to add a small line on the top to be the candle wick, really selling that birthday candle idea. Making a few small adjustments too that I see need to be made. Have this date night sticker I still want to add in here, but not sure where. And I think I'm just going to hold on that. It just didn't fit where I wanted it to, so we will leave that as is. One of the final things I like to do is just set up all of the headers for my spreads. So in the sidebar, I have the this week header for all my weekly to-dos. And then at the top, I'll also put in all of the to-do headers for my task list. This layout is in my shop and it goes from 6 to 10, but I don't really need the 6 o'clock hour. So I'm just going to white that out, give me a little bit more room for some to-dos. And then finally, I'll draw in a dividing line between the hours and the top so that I have a nice clean demarcation. And I'm just using my zebra mile liner for that. And that's pretty much going to do it for us, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye.